Now, on the issue, kanina po naglabas ng statement si Vice President Sara Duterte tungkol sa mga movements doon sa attempt to impeach her. Okay, let me read the statement. Basahin ko na lang ha. Yan. Ayon kay sabi ni VP Inday, mga kababayan, media outlets have recently published what is described as a letter from Representative Jokno filed before the House Committee on Justice. Kung maaalala ninyo, mayroon ngang pinost din namin po ito. Isang sulat galing kay Congressman Chel Jokno at nire-request ang paglipat ng kustodiya ni Mr. Madriaga from the BJMP where he is detained and transferred to the House of Representatives Detention Center. So sabi ni VP Inday, seeking the issuance of subpoenas to obtain additional documents and records in connection with the impeachment complaints against me. Ito naman ang dinidiscuss ni VP Inday ay yung pagkuha ng additional documents and records in connection with the impeachment complaints. Sabi niya, this only reinforces what I've been saying all along. There's no sufficient evidence to warrant an impeachment case against her. The finding of sufficiency in substance by the Committee on Justice presupposes that the allegations in the complaints are supported by evidence. The committee cannot conduct an investigation to search for evidence to support accusations already made in the impeachment complaints. Doing so would amount to a third fishing expedition by the House of Representatives. Sabi niya, yung una nun was the budget hearing in 2024. Remembered now for the infamous line, let's stick to the plan. Next, the second were the hearings conducted by the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, which many will recall for the so-called Mary Grace Piatos attack. Now we're witnessing yet another desperate attempt to search for evidence where none exists. Let me say this again for the nth time, sabi ni VP. The impeachment is a political attack designed to protect certain individuals and advance personal and foreign interests. Okay? Ulitin ko yun ha. Designed to protect certain individuals and to advance personal and foreign interests. Among them are an official reportedly struggling with substance abuse, a congressman widely regarded as the mastermind of flood control funds, and his associates who allegedly received maletas of cash, and a legislator openly positioning herself for a presidential run. Who do you think these people are? Even more disturbing is the treatment now being extended to Madriaga, an alleged kidnapper who fabricated an entire story. The request that he be given special treatment in the House of Representatives is a grave insult to the minor victim who was traumatized by his criminal acts. Meanwhile, communities around the world are scrambling to protect their citizens and find solutions to shocks in the energy and commodity sectors. Yet the Philippine House of Representatives and the Office of the President remain preoccupied with a political nemesis who refuses to kowtow to their corrupt ways. Nax, si VPO. This is another insult. This time, it's directed at our OFWs, the poor, the many Filipino families who may soon be pushed deeper into hardship as a result of war and its global consequences. God save the Philippines. Please. Shukran. From the Vice President. All right, let's figure out what she's saying here. May nag-request kasi, doon pinost namin ito at sabi po, i-explain naman. All right, in law, there is such a thing as what we call discovery. And what is discovery? It is a means by which one party can obtain evidence from the other party. And it is in order to shorten the proceedings. For example, there are things like depositions pending action. You can take the testimony of any person, including a party, before trial. Meron pa nga yung tinatawag na preservation of evidence, where a person can give his testimony even if a case had not yet been filed, provided that mayroong mag-cross-examine sa kanya. So this way, if anything happens to that witness then the testimony had already been preserved, but that's not discovery. Now, deposition before action or pending appeal. So, ito na yun, perpetuation of testimony. Bago pa mangyari yun, ito po ay, sorry, my apologies, it is a form of discovery. Depositions before action or pending appeal. So, pwedeng i-preserve, okay? Perpetuate the testimony. If anything happens to the witness, na presenta na siya, na cross-examine na siya kahit wala pa yung kaso. So, admissions by adverse party, interrogatories to parties. Pag ang interrogatories naman, these are written questions, papadala mo dun sa witness who is living far away from where the court has jurisdiction. So, pwede mong ipakuha yung kanyang either written interrogatories or depositions, where you will interview or as they say, ask questions of the witness. Production or inspection of documents or things. You order the court, this is where it gets interesting. The court can order a party to produce documents or objects for inspection. This is intended to shortcut the proceedings. Hindi wala nang taguan ng documents, you don't have to file whatever other actions. The court will say, once you have made your case before the court will tell the party, o sige, provide your bank statements. That's if it can be proven. Now, what is the requirement? There has to be a court order. So, when do you get a court order? Well, it will depend. If, for example, you're asking for a court order to open a bank account, you will have to prove that there is reason to do so because of the Secrecy of Bank Deposits Act. The Secrecy of Bank Deposits Act means that these bank deposits are considered confidential. The exception, of course, is that it cannot be used to hide a crime. Therefore, in order to obtain bank deposits, they must be relevant to the case, and there is you can persuade the court with other evidence that it is necessary to produce those documents. Now, according to the Supreme Court, an impeachment case is one can also obtain an order from an impeachment court in order to open up a bank deposit. Most other times, then the court will have to look very strictly on requests for opening a bank account and providing documents to other parties of the transactions relating to that. Okay. Now, what is a fishing expedition? Okay. A fishing expedition is a derogatory term. Ibig sabihin, medyo insulting na term. Kasi masyadong broad, masyadong speculative, at walang basihan. In other words, katulad ng sinasabi ni VP Inday, nag-aakusa, pero walang ebidensya of that accusation. So, you require the party that you are accusing to produce the evidence. And if the party doesn't want, you ask the court to assist you in fishing for that evidence. Now, you don't know if a crime has been committed. You're merely making an accusation. You have no other evidence that a crime has been committed. So, using the example of bank accounts, you tell this person, magnanakaw ka. But you don't know when the crime was committed, how the crime was committed, if a crime has been committed, and who is the injured party. But then you say, you prove that you are innocent. The Constitution says, hindi yan pwede. The Constitution says, innocence doesn't have to be proven because it's presumed. The Constitution says it is the accusation that must be supported by evidence. You accuse, you prove. Now, a fishing expedition means that you aren't even sure of what you're looking for, but you want to look for it at the expense, in this case, of the privacy of the respondent. Okay. So, why are fishing expeditions not allowed? Because it violates the right of this person or the respondent to privacy and violates the rights protected by the Bank Secrecy Act. So, yun. This is what we're looking at here. And this is what VP Sara is saying. Look, you've accused me, you have no evidence. So what you want to do is ask the court to give you an order so that you can fish for evidence. And even if you cannot prove the original accusation, you will look for evidence for some other accusation. Kasi it's very broad. O buksan yung bank accounts, pwede ba yun? Now, how are bank accounts related to the accusation against VP Inday? The accusation made against her is that funds were misused, particularly confidential funds. Now, the question is, How is that related to VP Inday's bank account? In order to open up the bank account, you have to show that VP Inday herself was the one who took those funds and put them in her bank account. Is there any evidence to that? So far, we have not seen any, because the evidence leads to the people who were handling the money, and all those people are not VP Inday. So, do you see why she is so angry? Do you understand now why the VP is indignant? She's saying, and they have tried to fish for evidence not once, not twice, but 3 times, asking unrelated questions in a budget hearing, asking unrelated questions in the Good Governance Committee. And in fact, harassing witnesses such as, but not limited to, the head of the accounting team of COA that actually cleared the expenditures of confidential funds by the Vice President. So, kumbaga, these people are making accusations first and then looking for evidence of such accusations afterwards. You're supposed to accuse somebody after you have seen evidence of wrongdoing. In this case, they are inventing a wrongdoing and then requiring her to produce the evidence against herself. So, if nobody else sees what a violation this is, not just of the personal rights to privacy of the Vice President, but of the presumption of innocence. Nag-aakusa siya. Tapos kailangan siya yung maghanap o mag-produce ng ebidensya of her own guilt. That's what makes this so exasperating and so nakakainis, nakakagalit. So, do you agree with the Vice President when she says, hala, fishing expedition na naman? Super duper invento na nga atong sinasabi ni Mr. Madriaga. So far, Mr. Madriaga has not given a single stick of evidence relating to her bank account. In order to get a court order to open up a bank account, it must be relevant to the crime that you are accusing her. Diba? So, how is that? Kung ang pinapakita lang, halimbawa ni Mr. Madriaga, ay may text messages ako with Colonel so-and-so. Hindi mo naman text message yan kay VP Inday. Teka, si Colonel so-and-so ang kausap ninyo, pero bank account ni VP pabubuksan nyo. Saan ka nakakita? O, sasabihin nila, hala, missing ang confidential funds. Ay, hindi siya missing. Ay, yan ang liquidation. Sabihin nila, hindi, may disallowances. Teka muna, just because they're disallowances doesn't mean they were not disbursed, they were not spent on the expenses. In fact, notices of disallowance are sent when you have spent the money, but COA says kulang ang liquidation receipts nyo, kulang ang ganito ninyo. It doesn't prove that VP Inday put any money in her bank account that was not hers. Sabi ni Yengski, parang tamang hinala. Well, in this case, maling-maling hinala. So yun. So naiintindihan nyo ba kung bakit galit na galit siya? Now, na-bring up na naman si Madriaga. So kanina, well, yesterday, guest nga namin siya. But it doesn't add up pag tinanong siya. Why did your client, tinanong namin kay Attorney Palad, why did your client suddenly decide na ilalaglag niya si VP Inday? May kasalanan ba siya sa'yo? Parang wala naman. In fact, he describes incidents where he allegedly spoke directly to VP Inday, but walang connection supposedly dito sa confidential funds. So, in addition to that, di ba? Pag tinatanong mo siya, ano yung sama ng loob niya? He lumps the group together, former president, PRD, VP Inday, Attorney Harry, so many other people. At ang galit niya is kay Attorney Harry Roque, who apparently is counsel for the victim dun sa kidnapping case. So, VP Inday is correct when she says, total invento yung mga sinasabi ni Mr. Madriaga because none of it makes sense. Now, Attorney Palad says they have evidence of text messages, pero they are screenshots. Look, that's going to be hard. Because that needs to be proven. And that needs to be verified. Can you say that is a screenshot reliable evidence of an actual posting or an actual message? Well, that remains to be seen. Pero sa akin, that's secondary evidence. The real evidence should be the text message itself. So, and then, even then, you'll have to prove na yung nagme-message sa isa't isa are really the people who are messaging each other. So, ang dami pa, mahaba pa ang lalakbayin dyan. So, for me, it is very interesting na kumakapit talaga ang House of Representatives dito sa sa kay Mr. Madriaga. Like he is the savior, di ba? Like this is the person who will bring down Vice President Inday. But his story does not really add up. At least the way it is being told by his lawyer right now. Okay, so let's see the questions or your comments. Sabi ni Miss Tina, kanina po ko pa po iniintay yung live niya, tawang-tawa ako sa spokes kanina na cross-examine yung lawyer ni Madriaga. I might have seen a preview of how you are in court. Sabi nga ni Attorney Barry, uy, parang ang bait mo kanina. Sabi ko, what I wanted was for Attorney Palad to keep narrating and narrating. So that way, everybody will see the story, the way they presented it. I didn't want to argue with them. I wanted to see what the story is. So the story nga is, well, it's, to me, doesn't really make sense. Lalong-lalo na that part where he says, gusto ko lang talagang lumabas ang katotohanan. Funny na gusto niyang lumabas ang katotohanan after he claims hindi na siya sinasagot ni PRD na nakakulong siya for kidnapping. It's a non-bailable offense. And as far as he's concerned, iniwan na siya ng lahat ng supposedly people he supposedly works for. Interesting kasi patapos na rin ang presentation of evidence ng prosecution in the kidnapping case. According to Attorney Palad, hindi daw dapat kasama si Ramil Madriaga dun sa kaso na yon. Well, for me, that only proves that Mr. Madriaga has all the more motivation to create a story because he feels that these people he is attacking, VP Inday included, owe him something. Diba? But it might be a difficult thing for him to prove that. Sabi ni Ma'am Michelle, akala ko lang live ngayon. Pasensya na, nagtatrabaho tayo. Dami ko pang hinahabol. So, bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag pong kakalimutan like and share. And for the TikTokers here, meron tayong extension if aabot tayo sa gift calls. Hi, good evening, Kai. Rayu. Thank you very much for your support. Meron pa ba? Thank you kay Ryan and kay Dred. God bless po sa inyo, ma'am, sabi niya. Sabi ni, thank you kay that dude at saka, several times. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. And kay Aldamak, 45. Sabi ni JB, my dream is ma-invite at ma-interview nyo si Attorney Guanzon sa The Spokes. Thank you uli kay that dude. At saka kay R. Virgo. Thank you very much. At saka kay Tenshi. Tama ba? Tenshi AI. Sabi ni Yer, ano naman po yung pakulo ng NBI? Tama ba yung process nila? Saan po yon? Sa 18 Marines na nagre-require, na gusto nilang i-interrogate one by one? Nag-object sina Attorney Topacio. So, hindi naman nangyari yung interrogation. The term they used was interrogation. Siyempre, bawal po yun. Lalong-lalo na pag custodial yan because required na may abogado sila. Thank you kay Miss Donna M. Yan. Hi, Ryan. Thank you. At kay Rayu. Sabi ni Dalal, gusto kita pag sa spokes, nagagandaan ako sa iyo pag nasa spokes ka. Uy, salamat ha. Situational pala yung ganda. Hi kay Ma'am Susan. Good evening. She's watching from Coquitlam, British Columbia in Canada. Uy, thank you kay Karen Heaney. Hi, sabi niya, expecting a snowstorm here in Wisconsin, listening while at work. Your demeanor when you had Madriaga sa attorney sa spokes, nawala mi sa story niya. Yung nararamdaman ko yung kilay ko tumataas. Buti hindi naka-focus yung camera. Gumaganon talaga ako. Sinasabi pa ni Attorney Barry, "Uy, ang bait-bait mo." Akala mo. You don't know what I'm thinking. Sabi ni Bert Tesalona, sana mawala na yung B at pumalit na si I. Si Inday. Oo nga eh. Hi kay Jenny Lynn. She's watching from Southern California and it's 11 a.m. there. Sabi niya, love watching your live and the Spokes. Nax. Dumadami po yung audience natin sa the Spokes. Natutuwa ako. So, ayan, di ba? Makatawid talaga tayo sa mainstream. Yes, well, sabi ni IMJ Somers, pag ipinabukas ng bank account ng HOR, need ba ang court warrant? Well, the House of Representatives is not the impeachment court. Sabi dun sa decision dati, dun sa kay Justice Corona, pwede kung yung impeachment court. So, it remains to be shown kung pwede dun sa HOR pa lang. So, ayan. Because I think na pag nag-order ang HOR, this will give VP Inday a reason to go back to the Supreme Court on that question. Sabi nila na, how did you get into archaeology? I was legal counsel of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts for many years, and I helped write the Heritage Act of 2009. So after a while, when I was no longer with NCCA, I wanted to learn more about the things that I am conserving or helping to conserve or protect. So I wanted some other expertise other than the legal expertise. So archaeology it was. Thank you kay Joaquin John Autor very much. Hi kay Miss Kay. How's Diego? I always ask about Diego. He's our chess champ. Sabi ni Mel, how true na nakauwi na po si Tatay Digong? Oh my goodness, who said that? Guys, you really have to be careful about yung mga fake news na ganyan. There are some people na naglalabas ng mga uuwi na si tatay or nakauwi na si tatay or nasa Japan si tatay and so on. These are intended for hits. They're not true. If you want to see what the truth is about how he is doing and all that, you can go to the Facebook page of Alvin and Tourism or the ICC page, ICC website. You weren't expecting live at this time. I had to finish working eh. And sayang naman, after I finished work, sabi ko, I still have a little bit of energy left. So, ano muna, live muna. I do apologize because of the tardiness of the hour dito sa Pilipinas. Very few can watch na locals. But overseas, I guess we do still have an audience. Sabi ni Guillermo, kung si Attorney Rocket Madriaga at sa pagbisita ng dalawa si Delima at Trillanes mukhang nagkaroon ng under the table sa galawan nila. Not sure about that, but it certainly does raise a lot of questions. Sabi ni Emma Andal, nanood po ako ng The Spokes. Ang galing niyo po magtanong sa attorney ni Madriaga. Parang di makatingin ng eye to eye. I really just wanted, I actually did not intend to ask a lot of questions. Unang-una, kasi I wanted to give, well, ganyan naman dapat tayo. We should give everybody the benefit of the doubt until it becomes obvious na, ay, teka muna. Parang this doesn't make sense anymore. So nagtatanong lang ako kung, kung for example, sino or why, what was the impetus? So ano yung motivation, di ba, ni Mr. Madriaga for suddenly coming out? Kasi it just came like out of the blue. So, yun. Hi kay Lele. Sabi ni Ivy, miss ko na pamamalakad ni Tatay Digong. Miss ko si Tatay Digong. Period. I know. I try not to think about it. I'm always so worried. Saan po mapapanood yung The Spokes? Just go to the Billionario News channel and then search for The Spokes. That's the program. Hi kay Paolo, you're watching from, teka, saan yan? That's not Italy. Saan po yan? Sorry, I do not recognize the flag. I do apologize. Hi kay Miss Concordia. Hope all is well. Well, without Tatay Digong, not everything is well, but some things are. Hi kay Funny Billions. Okay. Sabi ni Jack Lee, paano nakapasa ng bar si Claire? Uy, grabe naman kayo. Sabi ni Emma, nanood po ako ng Duspok. Ay, nabasa ko na. So, pardon me. Shout out from San Diego, California, from Jack Lee. Sabi ni Lala Leylay, in denial ang ibang tao, but it is really good nung term ni Tatay Digong, it is peaceful and you're safe. Yes, my kids were safe. And I never had to worry about them if they had to come home late. Di ako nag-aalala noong time na yon. Now I do. So I ask them to please not stay out too late because it's scary out there. Totoo yan. And feel na feel ko talaga yung France, sorry, hi kay Jace. Thank you, nasa France pala siya. Thank you very much. And it's so good to see people from all over the world are listening, Sabi ni KZ, wala po kayong twist kung bakit pinapapasok sa bilyonaryo mga DDS supporters, attorney. DDS, ako pa lang nga ang pinapapasok. Well, they can't keep me out because when billionaire folks were starting out, they started out with a publication called Centro. And it was a tabloid. And I was one of the publishers. I was the first publisher of that. And the office was in my house. So one room where we were running Centro. Centro later on became Politico online. So Politico is still in existence. It's like a news aggregator. And then Billionario is like the video version. So, but I stopped being publisher in 2016 because PRD was president. And I helped campaign for him, and I decided I was going to assist his presidency even if it was from the outside. Sabi ko mag-aaway kami in Politico if I stayed on, but I was the first publisher of Politico. So no, here's the thing, dapat makampante kayo ng konti because ando na nga ako. Of course, I am outnumbered pa rin. But aren't you glad that somebody who represents the opinions of DDS has broken into the mainstream? I think this is something to celebrate, and I'm just really kind of a little disappointed that people look at it with suspicion instead of celebrating it. Para sa akin, di ba? Aren't you happy na at least naririnig? Were you not happy when Commodore, now Rear Admiral Tariela had to answer difficult questions from me? Sabi ni Miss Lani, my nephew nag-propose sa girlfriend niya, wish ko wait magpakasal kapag presidente na si Inday Sara so I can go home. Yun na nga eh. Pwede naman long engagements, di ba? Sabi ni, Ma'am Beverly, good morning. Sabi niya, nakakatawa yung mga tuwang-tuwa na pumirma si Risa, Bam at Kiko sa partial report ng BRC at yung hindi raw pumirma ang may pinagtatakpang politiko. Nakakatawa kasi unang-una, ilang buwan na, more than a month na, 3-4 pa rin lang silang nakapirma. Hindi talaga nila makondinsi yung iba. Tapos hanggang ngayon, hindi masyadong na-explain or at least with any satisfaction, hindi ma-explain ni Senator Lacson, yung head ngayon ng Blue Ribbon Committee, kung bakit hindi pinapatawag yung big fish. Sabi ni Ivy, ano masasabi niyo sa sinabi ni Boying na yung mga maleta daw sa panahon pa ni Tatay Digong? It means inaamin nila na may maleta in this administration. Kasi ang sabi niya, nag-umpisa yan panahon ni Tatay Digong, may mga maleta na. Meaning, may mga maleta ngayon. Diba? Meaning, oo, may mga maleta ngayon, pero nag-umpisa yan kay panahon ni Tatay Digong. Meron pa siyang sinasabi, yung isang photograph niyan, panahon pa ni Tatay Digong yan. Okay, but that doesn't make the allegations of the Marines long. Sinasabi, they had names, they had dates, they had places, they had photographs. And if there's metadata in those photographs, you'll be able to determine when the picture was taken. So I'm afraid, secretary ako ng secretary, OMB Boying might be a little over his head here. Sabi ni Erica, if he knew may maleta before, why didn't he say so before? Ay, because he only found out now. And if he only found out now, hello, anyari sa'yo? And you're finding out now simply because the Marines had made allegations against current officials. Amazing. Hi kay Merly, sabi niya, watching from Cyprus, napanood ko po kanina The Spokes, parang di ko kay attorney pa, parang di ko, ano yun? Di nyo mapaniwalaan si attorney, ano ba? Sabi, 3 kaming attorney doon by the way. Waway says, hi, sana maging safe ang 18 Marines at si Sir Mike. Uy, si Sir Levy din. Sabi ni Casey, wala po kayong twist kung bakit yun na naman. Well, hindi pa kayo, ewan ko ha, parang nag-ano naman ako na when you're doubting yung pagpasok ko sa bilyonaryo, are you doubting me as well? Sabi ni Ivy, may mga ebidensya talaga, attorney, tapos sasabihin nila na fake daw. O, yun na nga eh. Sabi ni Arcel, ganun nahuhuli sa sariling bibig. Sabi ni Miss Jackie, I intend to retire when Inday becomes president. Oh, I would love to do that. Yung tipong vlog na lang, di na ako mag-work. Sabi ni Asta Lavi, attorney, thank you po sa inyo. Uy, for what po? Sabi ni Casey, no po, without the billionaire platform, attorney. Hindi nyo ba naiisip na kahit sila nire-recognize nila that VP Inday is the wave of the future? So anong mangyayari sa kanila if all of the views that are in billionaire are not only outdated but reflect only that of the minority? Paano maging successful yan? I think that what they're striving for is as many voices as possible. And that's really something to celebrate. Tingnan nyo sa The Spokes, iba-iba kaming politika. Di kami magkakaaway. But lilitaw at lilitaw dun sa pagtatanong natin. So as many views as possible is actually the exact nature of democracy. Good morning, sabi ni Miss Jonah. Bakit po parang walang pakiramdam yung mga nasa administrasyon? Na galit na sa kanilang taong bayan. Bakit ang kakapal ng mukha nila watching from Milan? I think it's because they feel they have so much to lose. Kasi tignan ninyo, magsasara na ang administrasyong Marcos sa 2028. Kung hindi nila kakamping nakaupo, baka hulihin sila. Diba? Kung totoo yung bend the law attitude nila or policy nila or philosophy nila, then they intend to try to get away with their crimes. And it's very scary for them kung ang uupo, isang katulad ni VP Inday Sara. She will be very strict. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, si VP Inday, parang principal yan dun sa sa high school nyo. Siya yung parang bastonera. Strictong-stricto. Maganda, mabait, pero stricto. Dun sila natatakot. Sabi ni Ma'am Ivy, yung iba nga takot na, kaya bumabaliktad na. Sabi ni Asta Lavi, thank you for choosing to fight for the betterment of the Philippines. Well, thank you for appreciating that as well. Kasi sa totoo lang, diba, many of us who are opposing the policies of this administration, the manner in which they are governing, we could have chosen to just be quiet. Ilan kami, kinakasuhan kami, iniimbestigahan kami, simply because we present a view that is opposite that of the people who are in power. And it's not easy, ha? Like I said during the rally, sabi ko, hindi ko sana planong magsalita ngayong araw na ito kasi every time nagsasalita ako, parang nakakasuhan ako. Thank you, KR Virgo. So, huwag kayong magugulat na yung mga nasa administrasyon, actually, yung mga kinikriticize natin ay parang walang puso, hindi sila natutuwa. It's because they're scared. It's because nagpakasasa sila doon sa kanilang mga posisyon without actually rendering any service. At least, yun po ang nagiging impression sa atin, sa marami sa atin. Imagine nyo na pati ang Gen Z, hindi nila makumbinsi. Alam nyo ba, na I saw this article na sinasabi, ini-expect pala ng administrasyon na yung pagdala kay PRD sa The Hague at pag-file ng kaso sa kanya, after all of the media operations they did, nakakampihan sila ng Gen Z. Well, guess what? Gen Z, in general, doesn't like what they did. In fact, more of the kids understand now why we love Tatay Digong so much. Take note, they may have been very young nung time na PRD was president. But, and yet, di ba? Ngunit subalit datapwat. They understand. You know why? Their experience is of an administration that does not deliver service. So they're looking at us and saying, bakit nyo mahal na mahal si PRD? Well, this is the story. My kids who had been, 3 out of 4 of which got held up. Na-hold up. Yung isang anak ko, twice. During the Duterte admin, 0 holdups, 0 crime out in the streets. My kids could come home at 2 in the morning unafraid because, peace and order, crime. So kids are experiencing an upsurge in crime. A lot of drug-related cases, a lot of what we call index crimes, violent crimes, street crimes, robberies, holdups, economically related crimes, shoplifting, all of this. They are experiencing this firsthand, and they are looking at us and listening to our stories of a time when it wasn't like that. The kids know what the priorities are. And then we tell them about things like free tertiary education, zero billing sa hospitals. And they're thinking, what? Mind blown, because what they're seeing, their lived reality is, ang mahal ng healthcare. Tertiary education is starting to look like a dream to them again kasi hindi na popondohan yung free tertiary education. PhilHealth, they hear these horror stories of the transfer of funds that may or may not yet have been returned. So ano na? And then of course, the crime rate. And then of course, story after story after story of ghost projects. People dying in floods where trillions had been spent on flood control projects and people are still dying in the floods. Sabi ni Awi, I find it absurd na yung mga maleta daw nanggaling sa time ni PRD pero ang mga nagpapatunay ay mga Marines under Zaldi. Nakakatawa lang si OMB. Feeling niya napaka-bright ng bagong script. There you go. Thank you, Miss Awi. You always present it so clearly. Galing ni Miss Awi, no? Sabi ni Pepeng Calvo, panira ng araw yung nasa ombudsman. I think that we should stop wondering kung bakit, napakanega nila, kung bakit they don't care about us, kung bakit they keep trying to block justice or attempts for us to be able to present the situation very clearly. We really need to stop getting angry at them. Expect na natin. They are not on our side. Let's accept that. They are not on our side. They are not on the side of justice. They're on the side of cover-ups. They're on the side of free maleta transactions. They're on the side of unexplainable drains in the budget. They're on the side of not very much public service. They're on the side of, of passing off mediocrity as the best of government service that we can expect. Yikes. Sabi ni Doggo Craziest, if Sara became president and FGMA became House Speaker, gaganda ekonomiya natin. Well, at least it will be better than what we have now. Diba? They will be facing a mountain of work, but yes, it will be so much better. Hi kay Habib T. Kaya nga pinabalik ko yung anak ko sa Davao kasi naka-experience may kasabayan sa jeepney na hold up. Oh, there you go. Oh my gosh, sabi ni May in Israel, sabi ng brother ko wala na daw drug test sa company nila. Diba? Sang ka pa? Sabi ni Ivy, mga anak ko, mga bata pa, pero kilala na nila si Tatay Digong, 9 and 12 years old. Sabi ni Kapeng Addictus, echo chamber kasi yung Gen Z is for Pinklawan, malamang si Llamas nag-feed yan kay BBM. Well, alam niyo naman, Boodle spreads like wildfire. Hi kay May in Israel. Thank you very much. Sabi ni Bingsky, in short, they're on the side of Satan. Grabe sagad. Alam mo, feeling ko, even Satan, sasabihin, ngek, not on my side. Kakahiya. So, sabi ni Ken Tarokian, sa bibig na huhuli ang isda. If Boying thinks he can get away with this maleta issue and blame it all on PRD or any of the Dutertes, he better think again. But, sabi ni Pai Francisco, sana nagsulat na lang ng fiction si Madriaga, dun lang papasa yung invento niya. Ayan, at kikita pa siya. Diba? Crime. Writers of crime. Sabi ni Jack Lee, we don't doubt you. You've been proven and tested since PRD. Alam niyo lately, pag nababanggit yung pangalan ni PRD, nasasaktan ako. Parang, hindi na to normal. Nasasaktan ako because nararamdaman ko wala siya dito sa atin.